I'll say, a lot of fire. There's certainly, we'll see some emotion here potentially on both sides, but we're going to get started here with Leah Jansen serving to Judit Castillo. Let's play pickleball. Great approach volley there by Leah to take control of that point, and puts it away and gets the first point of the match.
Practice that in the warm-up.
Yep, they're practicing overheads in the warm-up, which is always good to do. Good misdirection volley there by Judit. Goes back behind Leah Jansen, finds the sideline and gets the ball back, serving down 0-1. Great approach there by Judit to get her first point of the match, and her career record is 93-56, which is a .624 win percentage. Again, north of 60% of the time she wins, which is great. Had a lot of matches here in the PPA Tour. And we have a side out there with the ball going back to Leah. 1-1. Not sure about that one. It was very close. Judit's taking a long look at it. She may check. So they're going to stay with that ball being out. I think that very last view we had was the best view, and I think under the green dot rule, it probably was just slightly out, and that's the way they called it. And Leah Jansen's now going to be serving up 2-1. That was a really tight one.
Good volley.
Nice foul there by Leah, and her career record is 197-85. She wins about 7 out of every 10 matches she plays. There's a reason why she's the #3 seed. She goes deep and draws almost every tournament. A little bit wide. I know in the Masters last week, I was at her match where she faced Mary Brasha, and she was down in that match, and she fought like crazy to get back in and win it. She showed a lot of heart to come back in that match, and she's never going to give up. She doesn't quit. Great job by Judit. These two are both very good at the net volleying. That's a beautiful backhand slice volley that elicits a pop-up ball by Leah that she puts away. But they're both great at the net in terms of volleying. Another nice point there by Judit to get her third point of the match, even it up here at 3. Very well played match so far by both ladies. Nice little run here by Judit to take the lead in the match, 4-3. that one goes wide. And that's going to lead to a timeout by Leah Jansen. I think she felt it slipping away a little bit there. Wants to stop the momentum by Judit Castillo, up 5-3. And looking at the head-to-head between, but Judit's a really good player. Leah's struggling a little bit here in this last 3 or 4 points with a few unforced errors. And Judit now has a 6-3 lead. She's looking good. That's just unlucky.
Tough.
Judit was pressed, you know, she was deep in the corner there. She hits a backhand, which Leah would have covered with her forehand, but it hits the net. See it on the replay here. It's going to hit the net and just, I guess we won't have a replay there. Hits the net and goes over her paddle, and Judit now leads 7-3.
Wow, that's really good.
That's too good by Judit. She's playing great, and she's now got a 5-point lead, and it's going to lead to another timeout by her, Leah Jansen. She's going to use her timeouts, I think, wisely here. She's down 5, and she sees the momentum that Judit has. She's had a couple 5 points, at least.
It's again really good coverage here on the net from Judit.
Good coverage, and she has that slice backhand volley, which tends to stay low. And it's tough to get a passing shot sometimes, and the ball doesn't come up very much. And those were great volleys by Judit. Goes long, but wow, that's an incredible run by Judit to get up 6 here, 9-3. Ball goes back to Leah with a chance to kind of start her own streak here in this first game. The ball back to Judit here. She'll be serving 2 points from this first game.
Oh my gosh, it was hard to see if that goes over the net. But
yeah, I didn't think that last shot by Judit was coming over the net from our angle.
Yeah, I think she didn't even know herself.
Yeah, and I think it kind of threw off Leah there because it just barely cleared. And from our angle, I thought for sure it was in the net. She now serves for this first game up 10-3. And Judit finds the top of the net, so she'll turn the ball back over to Leah with a chance to try to eat into this 7-point lead. That one was slightly wide there. It was a good attempt there by Judit to pass Leah, but just wide, and gives Leah her 4th point of this first game.
Timeout.
A nice approach there by Leah. And
smart timeout.
Yeah, smart timeout by Judit. She's up 5, but she's going to take a timeout, and with that timeout, we'll also take one. So we'll be back shortly from the Pickleball Central Indoor National Championships. All right, we're back in action here with Leah Jansen serving down 5-10. Long. She was down 3-10. She got a couple of points. Judit called a timeout to kind of break the momentum, which she did, and now she gets the ball back with a chance to serve out game 1 here up 10-5. She does it. So that'll do it for Judit Castillo. She takes down game 1 here, 11-5. Pretty impressive showing by her, especially the back half of that game. And so that'll give her a chance here to potentially win game 2 and take out the number 3 seed. But we're going to take another quick break here and come back here with game 2 of this match. Thanks for joining us. Usually when you lose the first game, you're going against a good opponent, and it's tough to win the next 2 games. So we'll see how this one goes. I predict Leah is going to come out with a lot of fire in this game and try to exert her will over Judit and take game 2. She's got the ball back early here.
That was a huge backhand from Leah.
Like I said, I've seen her ability to refocus very quickly and shift into another gear. So these top players have different gears to their game, and she can find it. That ball jumps over the little fence there, which Leah retrieves, and she's going to retrieve it with a 1-point lead. That was just a beautiful retrieve by Judit to get that backhand over Leah. Leah lets it go because it did look like when Judit hit it, it was going long, but it lands inside the baseline and gets the ball back to Judit, down 1. That gets Judit her first point of the second game, tied at 1. Called long. Judit gives it a second look. It looked long from our vantage point, which is not good, but Judit will not challenge and turn the ball back over to Leah. Now 1-1. Beautiful, beautiful volley there by Leah. She does such a good job staying low on all of her shots, and she stayed really low on that volley, and she takes that backhand cross court and gets her second point of the second game. So she had a great approach there, pushes Judit way into the corner, gets a very makeable ball, but she pushes that volley just a little bit wide and has to turn the ball back over to Judit. She got the shot she wanted, but just misses it wide. Flips the tape with that one, and see the frustration building a little bit here from Leah. She had a couple of shots there she'd probably like to have back here. Now it's 2-2. That happens, you got to regroup, go to the next point, and she'll do that. It's a beautiful cross-court passing shot winner, clean winner. Nothing Leah could do to get that one. And sometimes that happens. You play the point perfectly, and the opponent just gets one better shot. And now Judit's going to have a lead here at 3-2. Another good passing shot, and that's going to lead to another quick timeout here by Leah Jansen, who's clearly frustrated. She's down 4-2, and with that, we're going to take a quick break and come back with and gotten a 2-point lead here. Let's see if Leah can get some momentum back on her side. That's just too good by Judit. Leah hit a great passing shot, and Judit anticipated it and puts that one deep into the quarter, and she's going to have a 3-point lead now. Wow. I mean, Leia's hitting some great shots, and Judit's getting to almost all those volleys. That last one she couldn't get to, but Leia's hitting some really sharp shots here. But Judit's really strong up at the kitchen line there with the volleys, and makes Leia hit a few extra shots before winning the side out.
Ooh, I didn't expect her to go line.
I didn't either. She was really deceptive there. She held that one a long time, and
yeah,
looked like she may go cross court, but she goes line. Gets the ball back, up 5-2. Little net love there for Judit, and made it almost an impossible shot for Leia to get that one back over, and she's going to call another timeout. Again, I think this is a good timeout. Judit's playing great. Try to break the momentum, catch her win one more time, but she's now used both timeouts here. She used it at 4-2. Now she used the second one at 6-2, but this is what you got to do when your opponent is stringing these rallies together. You got to try to break the momentum. She's talking to her coach there on the bench and get some positive thoughts to work with. Like I said, this feels a lot like that match I saw last week in Palm Springs where she came back from it. So I still think she can do it. Just have to see if she can get a side out and just find that momentum that she needs. Sometimes you gotta wait till your opponent kind of lowers their level a little bit. So we'll see if that can happen here. Judit can cover the court.
Yeah, she's fast.
She's extremely fast. I mean, that last volley I didn't think she could get to. She got to it and actually hits it a little bit wide on the other side of the sideline, but Leia does get the ball back now, down 6-2, and gets a service return error. So maybe let's see if she can build on that. So Leia got a little net love there. I think she's certainly down in this match relative to net love, so she deserved that one. I think she's now got her 4th point, and again, I commend her for how she used her timeouts. Let's see if she can continue to get some momentum off of this, get that lead down even further from the 2 points it is right now. So she does put 2 on the board there to close the gap. Turns the ball back over to Judit now, up 6-4, but I think if she can get another quick side out here, I like her chances to come back in the second game. That service return goes quite long, and now it's 7-4. Now 8-4, so it's now just 3 points for Judit to close out this match in 2 straight games. That one sails.
Oh, that was close.
I couldn't tell. It was kind of a weird shot. I couldn't tell, but it was looked out.
Yeah.
So it was out. So it's now going to be Leah Jansen serving down 4-9. That is incredible net coverage by Leah. There was a couple of those passing shots that looked like she had no shot at getting, and she got both of them. And Judit pushes that last one wide, and now Leah's down 5-9. That was just, the net coverage there was just fabulous. I think Leah was looking for a new ball there. She didn't like the way that one was bouncing. Not sure what's wrong with it, but she's asked for a ball change. You do have to agree with the other player to change the ball, and Judit says, looks good to me, let's continue. I like that ball, it's been pretty lucky for me, let's keep that same one. And
yeah, I would have been surprised if she would have changed that ball.
That's her right to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, what a great volley there by Leah Jansen. I'm a huge fan of the lifetime ball. I know the PPA Tour has used different balls throughout the last few years, but the lifetime ball is the best one out there in my opinion. And Leah strung a couple of points together to close the gap to 3. And we're going to stay here for this timeout. Again, Leah's just a fighter, so I expect her to find a way to stay in the second game despite how great Judit's playing, and she's closed the gap. And if she can put a couple more points on the board here, it creates a lot of scoreboard pressure for Judit. It's never easy to close out these top players in these matches, especially the number 3 seed. So I do like her chances to still potentially get the second game. If she gets the second game, I really like her chances in the third game just because she's a fighter and fighters find a way. So, Tom, what are your thoughts on what Leah needs to do to potentially close out the second game and get back in it and close it out?
Yeah, I think it's the same thing she's just doing right now. I mean, she's hitting good shots. Sometimes I think her footwork wasn't as good, but I think the ball skid a little bit, and then she gave up a couple of unforced errors, but right now she looks really good. So I think just keep up in those rallies, hit good ground strokes, keep the ball deep, and then I think she has a good chance to get the game 2 here. So good big serve now.
That one goes long, and there's some emotion from Leah. We haven't seen a lot of emotion in this match, but that was a big point.
Yeah.
Gets her to 7-9 here, and like I said, if she gets at least one more on this side out, I'd like her chances to scoreboard pressure will definitely be a point at that point. That one's well long, and you can see a little change in Judit. She's not quite as sharp as Leah's come out of this timeout. She's not as sharp, and Leah's got a couple of points now, down 8-9. So, Tom, I didn't see. I thought for sure that ball was in.
Yeah, but we have a terrible angle from here. So
well, we do, but we don't. Our angle's not terrible for this.
Strategy-wise,
we'll see here. That one looked clearly in the.
I mean, strategy-wise
that was inside the line.
For Judith, smart to get a break, but obviously not a good call.
That one was inside the line, so it's going to be overturned, and we're going to have a 9-9 match here. Yeah, so that was well inside the line.
Right,
it's
so
going to be 9-9. Again, to be fair to the players, you know, they're trying to call these lines live. having to call your own lines where you're playing the ball and calling the line is not easy, especially in singles when the ball's moving fast. So, you know, Judit saw it one way, and replay shows that it was in, but we're gonna continue play here at 9-9.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Really impressive run here by Leia. We'll see if she can close out the second game. Needs 2 points. That is just, I mean, she has a switch she can turn. I told you earlier that I thought she could do it, and she has. She's turned that switch.
Really impressive.
And she's come from way down to have a game point to take this to a third game. This has been so impressive by Leia. That's out. That is out, and wow, what a turnaround in this match. I thought, I mean, I knew Leia had it in her, but for her to come back and take that game 11-9 is really, really impressive. But with that, we are going to have a shift change here in the booth. We're going to turn it over to Adam Harvey, and
that's a great start there for Leia. She has got all of the momentum right now here. Let's see if she can get this game 3. Yep, that's another great shot there by Judit. Let's see if she can come back there. She was up pretty big in game 2, but Leia was doing a great job at staying in it, getting herself pumped up there. Great rally. Judit looks just a little bit frustrated, missing a couple backhands at the end of game 2 here, miss another one in game 3. Backhand's usually her bread and butter here. Yes, it's a very nice job. Very good point structure there by Leia. Whenever Leia gets to the net here, she has been in control of the point. I'm looking to see if she can do that here throughout game 3. Just missed that shot down the line there. You can see the frustration in Judit's face. She can't believe she missed that one. Another missed backhand by Judit. Leia's just fighting, battling, staying positive here. It's a great job by Leia. That's a good job by Judit there. And this is Leia Jansen's deciding game record, which is absolutely insane. She is 52 and 27 for a 74% in the game 3 here. That is unbelievable. Let's see if she can get that to 53 and 27 here. Judit's on the board here in game 3. And then here's Judit's deciding game record at 32 and 18. Also very good job there at 66% in the deciding game, game 3. Got 2-4 here in game 3 with Judit serving. Whoever has gotten to that net first here in this game 3 has been in control of that point. Yeah, that's an unbelievable inside-in forehand there by Leia. She actually fooled me. I thought she was going to go inside out with that, and she pulled it down the line. Great shot there. What a volley there by Leia. Way to stick that one down the line. And she puts it away with this overhead. That's a great volley there by Judit. Leia thought she might have beat her down the line there instead of going cross court with that last shot there. Just wide there. Very nice there by Leia. Able to hold her ground there at the kitchen off those drops by Judit. Judit trying to play a little bit of a cat and mouse style there. Just popped up one of them where Leia was able to attack. Oh, what a point there by Leia. She takes it 6-3. Here's a little replay of that point here. And we are going to go to break here, and we will be right back. That's a great deep forehand there by Leia, pushing Judit back off of that baseline. Let's see if Judit can turn things around here in game 3 to get back into it. Leia just missed that one, just wide. Let's see if Judit can get this ball here and get some points back here on the board in game 3. Just deep there by Judit. Didn't miss that one by much. Oh yeah, that was awesome by Leia. It's great net coverage there by Judit, but Leia just took advantage of that there. Puts that nice volley away there, cross court. Leia up 8-3 here in the third game of this quarterfinals women's singles match here. What a shot there by Leia. That pass down the line there set up everything so where she could crash here. Here we have Judit taking a timeout with Leia Jansen up 9-3 in the third game here. Judit actually took the first game here, 11-5, with Leia fighting back to win game 2, 11-9. With Leia up 9-3, pretty big here in game 3. Let's see if Judit can get the ball back here. Try to calm herself down. She's been a little bit frustrated here, but Leia has all of the momentum. I like how Leia's been staying super positive throughout this entire match, pumping herself up, screaming "come on" after every single point that she has won here. Just staying in the moment here. All right, guys, here we are, game 3. Leia Jansen up 9-3 against Judit Castillo. Let's see if she can close it out here. Very nice job there by Leia. Inside and forehand has been cooking today. And here we have it. We have a match point for Leia Jansen. Oh, what a final point there by Leia. Leia takes it 5-11, 11-9, 11-3. She fought back in game 2.